illness and self-injury.
Wow.
The jail uses lengthy confinement in restrictive housing as punishment without written explanation, which violates due process. Georgia is one of only 4 states where the juvenile justice system's jurisdiction is 16. There are
Wow.
17-year-old boys and girls also held in the jail. These 17-year-old boys and girls are exposed to particular harm. The jail services to 17-year-olds who are law. The individuals with disabilities.
Mic check. Let me make sure. Yeah. Oh. Make sure y'all can hear. I'll let you know what they're playing in the background in a second. Hold on. What? Okay, awesome. Wow. All right. Happy Thursday, y'all. It is True Crime Thursday here on a lunchtime lowdown, and what you're hearing in the background right now is an actual live. Let's see if I can pull it up and share it with you guys, because if anybody has ever been in jail in Atlanta, I have. You all know my I'm trying to see if the thing is blurry. Okay, can y'all see me? Y'all can see me good. Okay, cool. So anybody that knows me knows about my one night in jail that I still got PTSD from, right? But I've never been to Rice Street, which is, if anybody has ever been in jail in Atlanta or familiar with Atlanta, or you ever heard Atlanta rappers mention Rice Street, okay, it's the city of Atlanta jail. So and I think that's, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, is Rice Street Fulton County Jail too? I think so. Well, listen. All right, so I'm gonna share this page with y'all because right before we went live, it broke the feed broke in, and there was a live press conference with the spokesperson from the Department of Justice, and they were stating their findings on the Fulton County Jail. And so I want to tap in because some of the things that she was saying, y'all, I wonder how it's going to affect jails and prisons nationwide. Hold on, let me share. All right, hold on, let's see. Yo, and when I listen to the things that y'all know, I got my PTSD for my one night in jail, but it was in Riverdale. So what is that, Clayton County? But this is Fulton County. Although I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I've heard horror stories about all the counties, honestly, and I wonder if this is gonna do anything to help that. I'm trying to hurry up and pull it up so you guys can hear this right here.
It's harrowing enough, but individual experiences are gut-wrenching. For example,
can y'all hear it?
LaShawn Thompson, a Black man with serious mental illness, entered the jail on low-level charges and was confined to the mental health housing unit. 3 months later, staff found him in his cell infested with lice, and as
I remember that story. Y'all remember that?
Neglected to death. Several months before that, another Black man with serious mental illness died after he stopped taking his medication. 2 more Black men with mental health disabilities were murdered by their cellmates. Weeks after we opened our investigation, 6 more Black men died at the jail. All of this is a racial justice issue. 91% of the people living in these abhorrent, unconstitutional conditions are Black.
Wow, y'all.
Compared to 45% of Fulton County's overall population. It's also important to note that the vast majority of the approximately 2,000 people held at the jail have not been convicted of a crime. They are awaiting hearings and have yet to be tried, many of
But
them.
that's
There
always
are
the
also a
issue.
significant number of people with mental health disabilities. During our investigation, we worked closely with correctional,
To make
medical,
sure that the
mental
sound is
health, and
full.
educational experts. We physically inspected the jail and
Y'all have an
observed
echo?
housing units. We
Y'all got an echo?
visited medical and mental health service
Let me know in the
areas.
chat if y'all got an
We
echo.
reviewed thousands of pages of documents and interviewed
Wow, y'all.
dozens of jail staff and leadership. And we listened to the people held
Let's jump
inside
in
the
the chat.
jail and their advocates and their family members. We thank officials for their cooperation, and we thank all of those who provided valuable information and whose advocacy predates this investigation. I'll note that officials have taken preliminary steps to improve conditions, but they simply are not enough. We hope our findings report sounds an alarm that will prompt the Fulton County Board of Commissioners and the Sheriff's Office to swiftly implement the comprehensive reforms necessary to ensure constitutional conditions going forward. At the end of the day, people do not abandon their civil and constitutional rights at the jailhouse door. Jails and prisons across the country must protect people from the kind of gross violations and unconstitutional conditions that we have uncovered here. I'll now turn the floor over to U.S. Attorney Buchanan.
All right, so y'all listen, let's be clear, okay? This is a big deal. And it's really a big deal because we all 6 degrees of separation and we're one person away. And I'm sure everyone either has somebody or knows somebody that is currently in jail or has been to jail or that's going to jail at some point. But guys, this is not new, right? This is not new to us. And you know, I joke about my 24 hours in Clayton County jail for my ticket, right? And when I say ticket, I mean my ticket that I had forgotten to pay. I had already moved out of the state, took a job in another state, and I was just back visiting, etc. And so, but they treated me like a murderer. And I would just assume that this is how they treat murderers because it to me seemed like the worst of the worst. And I was there for a ticket, right? And the ticket was like $200, y'all, but they just would not. I had the money, they wouldn't take it because it was in another county and I had to wait until the next morning. However, the conditions, y'all, were abhorrent. They were so disgusting. And by the time I got out of there, I also felt like I wanted to file a lawsuit and didn't know where to start. I mean, this was years and years and years ago. But let's see what let's tap back in and see what he's saying because Atlanta is such a hub, you know, not just for music and entertainment. I mean, but let's be real. I mean, it's a hub for the world. It is trend setting, taste making, and we influence a lot. So I am really hoping that these results for the Fulton County jail conditions actually help spark some change in jails around the world. Let's tune in real quick.
The protections of the Constitution as all of us in this room. Since we announced our investigation in July of 2023, the United States Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Georgia and the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice have worked diligently to meet our shared mission.
If y'all have any trouble hearing, just let me know.
Safety,
I think the only thing that I do hear when I turn it up is maybe a little bit of echo, and that might be coming from the speaker reverberating from the microphone. So y'all let me know.
Vindicating the rights of those who are under the custody and control of jail authorities, who themselves are duty-bound to protect the public and those in their custody.
Yeah, and I mean, guys, like I said, and this is the guy. Oh, y'all, see if you remember this story.
Covered in lice.
Oh, my
But in the
Lord.
time since his death, several more young men detained in the jail have died, and many died violent deaths. Our investigation revealed unacceptably high incidents of assaults and stabbings. In some cases, most disturbingly, jail staff witnessed and allowed the attacks without intervention. 2023 alone, there were over 1,000 assaults and more than 300 stabbings in the Fulton County Jail. It outpaces the rate of similar assaults in other major city jails, almost 2-to-1. Those numbers only reflect the reported attacks. Many detainees told our team that they explained that they feared for their safety. They were reported that they had been stabbed or assaulted. One such detainee was left untreated for multiple stab wounds for a week until our team alerted the jail of his injuries. Also unaccounted for in these disturbing numbers are numerous allegations of violent rape, sexual assault, and harassment. The crisis of violence in the Fulton County Jail has resulted in part because of the lack of effective classification and housing planning, which allows for extremely violent individuals and gang members to be housed with vulnerable and low-risk individuals. And particularly, vulnerable individuals are most subject to violence in the jail, including people with serious mental illness, gay and transgender detainees.
Didn't I tell y'all? They treated me like I was a murderer and I was in there for a traffic ticket.
And 17-year-olds. In addition, the Fulton County Jail employs too few guards relative to the number of detainees to keep people safe, and poor maintenance of basic fixtures allows violence to go unchecked.
Wow.
But numbers aside, jail staff are often unaware of violence because they conduct inadequate security rounds. We uncovered incidents where hours or even days passed before victims of assaults were discovered by staff.
Hold on, y'all.
In one shocking case, while an officer sat in an observation tower, a man was killed with his hands and his feet bound, not found until his body was extremely cold.
All right,
additionally, hundreds of broken light fixtures and cell doors allow violent detainees to move about at will in the shadows, and sometimes through the very walls of the facility. Equally alarming, men and women in the Fulton County Jail also experience violence from the staff. Our investigation shows
it might be your phone.
Lack of security at the Fulton County Jail.
I trying to stream here
with staff that resort to
anybody else got a problem hearing on YouTube?
Too quickly and too often.
And we're actually sharing the screen from
regularly
YouTube.
deploying tasers and pepper spray
and try it again.
without any warning, and for minor rule infractions.
Yeah, y'all know I depend on y'all, man. Y'all my eyes and ears out there in the street. If y'all see anything or whatever going on during the stream, please let me know in the chat. Or got my number.
Is particularly disturbing. The risk of cavalier deployment of tasers is not just the temporary.
So y'all look. So I put it on mute real quick, right? But let me tell you something. If you don't remember the case that started this, let me see if I can bring it up real quick. Let's see. Man dies in Fulton County Jail, neglect life. Just so for the people who may not be familiar with it, let's see. Oh my God, y'all. Yes, y'all. This man was eaten alive in Fulton County Jail, y'all, by insects and bed bugs and lice. Look at this. So this was a year ago. Warning viewers, this may be hard for some people to watch.
Now demanding,
but it's True Crime Thursday, so we got to talk about this.
Alive by insects and bed bugs while in custody. Tracy A. McPierce spoke with him just hours ago. She's joining us now live from the Fulton County Courthouse. Tracy?
Well, LaShawn Thompson had been held in the psych wing of the jail for 3 months when an officer found him unresponsive in his cell. His family tells me by that point, they couldn't even recognize him.
My God.
He was definitely a heavy-set guy, and from those pictures, he looks totally different. He's not the same person.
Brad McRae says these pictures of his brother that he shared with us, 35-year-old LaShawn Thompson, are hard to look at. His cell at the Fulton County Jail covered in filth.
Oh my God.
Covered in sores and bites from bed bugs and lice.
It looked like he wasn't eating in jail, or malnutrition, or maybe the bed bugs did it.
The Fulton County Medical Examiner report lists his cause of death as undetermined, but noted a severe bed bug infestation. The family says Thompson was brought to the jail on a misdemeanor simple battery charge in June and was put in the psych wing because the jail was aware of his schizophrenia. They are now demanding the jail be closed and law enforcement open a criminal investigation.
So we need a change in the system.
Man, y'all. So, okay. So this is the case. Okay, so like I said, a lot of us, we know things are going on, right? I mean, we got friends, we've experienced it some way or the other. We know that the conditions in most jails USA, let's keep it 100, right? The conditions in most jails USA are a mess. And we're not even gonna get to prisons, right? But the problem with jail is, like you heard them say, and especially now when you have a shortage of staffing, you have a shortage of everything, right? Especially post-COVID, it's even worse because now you're talking about there's really nobody there. So you got a bunch of people mixed together. So you got the killers with the traffic ticket people that missed court, so they got a bench warrant and got arrested. You got the domestic violence people with the shoplifting people. So it's just like you got everybody mixed together and all kind of stuff is happening. Like, in case you just tuning in and missing it, the lady from the Department of Justice just said that Fulton County Jail, right, had more stabbings. I think they said last month or something. I'm close. Okay, we'll pull it back up. But then Miami has had in a year. And Miami has a bigger facility. So that should say a lot. Y'all, I'm so sad. So what happened to this young man? Prayers and condolences go to his family. I am glad that it did spark this. Because this is a problem, you know what I mean? And, I have sons. My sons have done dumb 20 stuff, and gotten locked up or whatever. And, the type of things that I've heard are treacherous. I mean, and listen, you ain't got to tell me, because like I said, them 24 hours, baby, they learned me. Baby, to the beat. The 24 hours was all she needed, okay? And I mean, I'm still scarred. Like, I literally can remember, like, if you would tell me that jail is for you to hate it so bad that you say, I'm never going to do anything else that's going to put me back in here, then it worked for me, boo. And not to mention that I had to be taken to another county because that's where my ticket was. Anyway, y'all, like, you don't understand. I didn't eat. I didn't drink. I chewed my gum, literally. I had gum in my mouth when I got arrested. I chewed the same gum till like the next day. It was like obliterated in that morning, right before court. And right before court, I was able to get bonded out for $200. But y'all, all I'm saying is, I remember like in general, I think it's called in general holding, you have men and women, there, and like the men can literally walk by where the women are being held in a cell, and ain't nothing hiding the toilet. They nasty, bamming on the windows and trying to make advances and stuff. And meanwhile, you in there trying not to throw up. Okay, y'all, listen. All I'm saying is, listen. Okay, we have a problem. And it's not just Atlanta jail. It's not just Fulton County Jail. Gwinnett County Jail. Oh my gosh. Like, if we're going to talk about, Fulton County Jail, then we gotta talk about Gwinnett County Jail. And I just really, really hope that this Department of Justice report is going to spark investigations into where I know there is a lot of the same stuff going on, especially in Gwinnett County Jail. I've even heard racism horror stories down south of Georgia, like McDonough jail and everything, like Henry County. So y'all, listen, ideally, nobody wants to go to jail, right? But we all know trouble is easy to get into, and that's anybody, anywhere, right? So I just would advise this. And this is something even I had to learn the hard way, because like I told y'all, it was only $200 for my bond, right? I had the money in my pocket. I had a lawyer at that time that I had on speed dial. And y'all, literally, that did nothing for me. Nothing for me. As a matter of fact, because like they could see what I was in there for. I remember one of the COs was like, when they came to get me, it was like I had a visitor, right? And one of the guys, COs, was like, a visitor? How she got a visitor and she just got here a couple hours ago, right? And the female CO was like, oh, this Miss Traffic Ticket. Oh, Miss Traffic Ticket got a lawyer. So all the COs like were laughing amongst themselves or whatever. And I'm sitting there like, bitch, you laughing like, can I get out of here? Like, you got it. You got it. Okay, it's funny. Ha ha, hee hee. But can I get out of here though? Y'all, it's like they gave me a harder time. I remember I needed to use the restroom. I did not want to use the restroom in the general holding where they had us, where all the females were, because when they let the dudes out and put us back in, the dudes were like bamming on the windows. Y'all, listen, it was disgusting. And I swear to God, I have the fact that I can tell you this story so vividly and literally see it like as I'm telling you. And this had to be, let me see, what's this, 2024? This had to be at least, this was before I moved to Miami. And I moved to Miami in 2011. 11. So I moved to Miami in 2011. And this was before Miami, after I did DJ Chip in the Mornings in Columbus, Georgia. Shout out to the Tri-City. So this had to be like 2009, 8, 9, 10-ish, somewhere in there. Anyway, y'all, a long time ago, and I'm still scarred, okay? So needless to say, man, I really, really hope that this Department of Justice review spark a review on not just Georgia area jails, but shoot, everywhere, because to act like there is anything correctional about the correctional facilities that we house, you know, our people in, is crazy. And if you didn't hear her talk about the statistics, she talked about the fact that I believe she said, and here I go messing up the quote, but I'm gonna be close and we'll look it up. But I think she said, out of all of the horrible things that they found happening in Fulton County Jail, 55% were, no. Did she say 55? Okay. I don't want to mess it up. Hold on. I don't want to mess it up. Let's find it, because I do know that she was saying that I know it was like it's only 45% of people of African American color descent in that county, right? And it made up like way over that amount as far as like the people in jail. So let's see. Let's go to Google real quick. Can y'all? Oops. Okay. We back. Y'all, I think that's the jail in there. They hear me talking about them. They tapping my stream and stuff. Y'all, hey, we gotta look out for them in the chat. Hey, Lorena. Thank you for listening. Y'all make sure y'all talk to me in the chat. And I mean, tell me your thoughts, man. Have you had any type of experience? Let's see. Have you had any type of experience with Fulton County jails? And don't quote me, but that's Rice Street, right, y'all? I'm pretty sure. Or any jail experience that made you think the jail system is and don't just say yeah and just say yeah, it's unconstitutional, because I mean, listen, y'all, some people do stuff that's wrong, you know, and now granted, I do believe that there could be better ways to handle things. Okay, I agree, right? However, you know, I don't feel like there is any correction going on in the correctional departments. And unfortunately, you know, you put correctional officers in a position. If y'all think the police having issues and low on staff and afraid because of the brutality and afraid because, people are automatically judging them and they could be one of the good ones. Man, imagine what the correctional officers feel like. Y'all listen. I honestly think they're going to bring in them robo dogs. I honestly think they're going to bring in them robo dogs. Here's what I think. Now, I'm not in politics. I am a country girl, living in a ghetto world, and I am quite versed from the hood to Hollywood. So with that being said, and I look around and I look at the climate of things that are happening, even in politics, okay? And so I don't know if you guys remember, I don't know if it was last year or maybe the beginning of this year, but Mayor Eric Adams, the black mayor of New York, y'all excuse me. Ooh. Y'all notice that rain. Anyway, Mayor Eric Adams, I don't know if you remember, but he took a part in like the pilot program for like the robo dogs, right? And then I don't know if you heard like the news, y'all president Trump, y'all, it don't even sound right. I heard that he has been in Mar-a-Lago and that his house has been guarded by the robo dogs. You can't make this stuff up. Hold on. I'm not joking, y'all. I'm not, usually I have Trump jokes for days, but this time I'm not joking. All right, so look, let's see. So make sure that y'all can see. All right. Robo dogs, New York. Let's see. Because remember, that's what I told you about. So this was last year, y'all. Right? Let's take a look at this real quick. Crime fighting robot dogs join NYPD. So let's take a look at this real quick.
First, there is Digidog, sniffing out danger. Then there's the GPS Dart, tracking cars driven by people up to no good. And you might run into this roundish robot, keeping an eye on places like Times Square.
We want the public to know that the use of these technologies will be transparent, consistent, and always done in collaboration with the people that we serve.
The NYPD showcasing 3 new tools that will be rolled out in the coming months. Pilot programs, the department says, linking cops with new technology, especially during extreme situations.
In hostage negotiations, counterterrorism incidents, and other situations as needed.
Digidog was originally launched during the de Blasio administration, but the program was suspended. Civil rights activists said it was an example of over-aggressive policing. Today, Mayor Adams barked back at those complaints.
Digidog is out of the pound. Digidog is now part of the toolkit that we are using.
Similar robots have been used in places like airports and college campuses, cameras and two-way communications, connecting police with people who need help. The GPS Dart, already in use, launched in some cases at so-called ghost cars, illegal rides using phony paper license plates.
And while we're doing this, it allows our officers to stay safe, limit pursuits, and let the GPS do its job.
So who pays for all this stuff? Well, police say $750,000 for 2 dogs comes from forfeiture money, additional funds from the capital budget. The mayor took a bite at reporters asking specific money questions.
So y'all, do anybody else feel like they're in watching the scene from a Will Smith movie right now? And like when I say Will Smith movie, I can't even think of a movie, but y'all know what I'm talking about. All the futuristic type movie things. Like, am I tripping? Anybody else feel like that? Like as you watch the little yellow dog walk by, it seemed like I've seen this before in a Will Smith movie. Ain't this some ish? How y'all feel about it? I mean, let's look at Trump's real quick, and then we'll talk about it. Trump, Mar-a-Lago. Hold on. Mar-a-Lago robot dogs. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, let's see here. Here we go. Let's look at the New York Post.
So there it is. It looks like it's actually marching.
Yeah. Marching like a soldier. Wow. Yeah, listen. If for any reason you think that we are going back from here in the terms of technology, you are wrong. You're wrong. Who's having trouble hearing me? Uh-oh, there's an echo on the Facebook. Okay, cool. All right, hold on. You know I'll do anything by y'all. Yeah, y'all gotta bear with me, man. Listen, I'm upgrading my my studio. You know, we've been building it out and upgrading it and, you know, adding in new equipment and seeing what works and what don't work. So, you know, just bear with me. I just appreciate y'all. How about now? Can you hear me now with no problem? All right, so I can hear myself on the backup stream over here. Can y'all hear me good with no problem? All right, Scott, is that better? What y'all think about the dogs, chat? What y'all think about the robo dogs, chat? They are not going away. Okay, let's be clear. The robot dogs are not going away, honey. They ain't going away. Okay, good, Lorena, good. And I would, y'all, listen, okay, like I said, I'm a country girl living in a ghetto world. But here's what I think. Nobody cares what I think, except my homies in the clique. Hey, y'all. And that's all that matters to me. So, y'all, head on a swivel always, because these robo dogs, now, you know, I'm a big fan of technology. Hence how I'm able to sit here and talk to you today. But I am not lost on keeping my eye on what's going on, because the robo dogs, and like I said, with especially I think COVID exposed a lot of industry's weaknesses, and particularly when it came to staffing. And that's in every industry. I mean, it was from, I remember at the time, because I had a baby right at the start of the pandemic. I mean, literally like January 2020, the end of January 2020, I had a baby. And so I just remember in the fall of 2020 trying to find a daycare because I wanted my daughter to be able to socialize. I just remember feeling like every daycare I went to, y'all, every daycare I went to, y'all, had the same issue. I don't care if it was Buckhead or Bankhead. They all were short staffed, and it was everywhere. And so I started hearing the rumblings then about, you know, about the robots. Like, listen, people don't want to work. People don't want to work. Y'all got spoiled with that PPP money. And then, you know, ain't nobody want to work. Listen, I agree. But Lorena, nobody wants their real dog getting killed. Right? Nobody wants, because dogs are like kids. Listen, my 4-year-old is peer pressuring me right now. Okay. About a puppy. So I get it. But nobody wants, and I think that's the same reasoning what they're trying to do, which is why I want to know more information about, are the dogs bulletproof? I assume they are. We know Trump's dog is, okay? I don't know about the one they got walking around New York, but I assume so, because why else would they even need them, right? But here's the thing, y'all. The robot dogs are not going away, because the robot dogs ain't gonna say no. The robot dogs can be controlled, and also they can be used for multiple things, i.e., you see how that robot dog is guarding Trump's estate? And, you know, we're talking about a former sitting president who's about to be president again, who's also a felon, but that's neither here nor there. That's not what this show's about. So, but you see that if they can do that, the next thing you know, I'm sure you're going to see them on a White House lawn. And then the next thing you know, I feel like, because the military is down, And I really feel like y'all, they're gonna start to slowly but surely employ them in the military in different capacities, especially in war times or in times of conflict. And I also feel like, and I hate to say this because I have a lot of friends who are over here working very hard to get their visas, but I also feel like a lot of people who are immigrants that do not want to go back to their home countries, I feel like they're going to start using some of those people who don't want to return to their home countries mixed with Americans who are already incarcerated with long sentences, right? And make them become soldiers. Y'all remember how, like, okay, now this is way older than me, but you've seen it in movies or whatever. They talked about the time when there was like a draft, because you remember like Muhammad Ali, like I think he got like arrested or whatever because he didn't want to go into the draft, and like at 18, like if you had a son, like you had to automatically sign up, right? To go in the military if it was wartime and you need to be drafted. And I feel like, y'all, it's going to be like that. Listen, from the robo dogs to the immigrants to American prisoners who are serving lengthy sentences. Y'all, I promise y'all, because not only is the pay sucking and everything, right? But also, like, people are tired of putting their lives on the line when it is so many other ways to make money. So I just encourage us to keep our head on a swivel, learn as much as we can about AI, and keep our head on a swivel. So Lorena said, robo dogs in Japan, they even advertise robo dog for life. Really? So wait now. So you're telling me it's already a thing in other countries? We so behind. Let me see. Robo dogs in, okay, so look. Robo dogs. And y'all know we're going down the rabbit hole, right? Because this was not even a topic for today. But right before I came on, the Department of Justice came on. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? Look at China already. First thing to pop up, y'all. China's military shows off robot dog with automatic rifle mounted on his back. Look, y'all, look.
Totally awesome or totally frightening. Look at this. China's military has released this video of a four-legged automatic rifle mounted on its back. The Chinese state broadcaster calls it the newest member of China's urban combat operations. The robot dogs are programmed to conduct reconnaissance, identify the enemy, and strike the target. If that thing comes around the corner and if you're on the other side.
Gosh. Child. What they do with the robo dogs in Japan is crazy. They advertise, and back in 2022, they're not sure they're still selling them. Oh, somebody got them. Let me tell you something. If you ever see one of anything, oh, it's more. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's more. It's more. I know it is. I'm not even surprised by this. And this is what I already told you. Like, this is the first thing that I think of when they start talking about robo dogs. Okay, real quick, I want to see this. This one is not a robot dog, it's a robot person. Holy. Oh my God. Oh. Holy. Is that what the robot is saying? Oh my God. Y'all. Fix it, Jesus. Listen. If I don't feel like I'm watching Arnold Schwarzenegger, Yo, I ain't gonna lie, RoboCop, all of them too. I love those are my movies. I ain't gonna lie. I love all RoboCops. But man, yo. Wow. Okay. Well, hey, listen, man. True Crime Thursday, and I just hope that, because I really feel like sometimes when I be seeing criminals do a lot of the same things, I be feeling like, do these criminals not watch the same news that I watch? Like, because how they don't see what's going on? Like, how they don't see people getting caught? Like, how they don't see these things? Like, and trying to do the same thing and think they're gonna get a different result, because that clearly is insanity. But I am interested to see if these are going to deter criminals, if it's going to affect the crime rate in a different way. And I mean, listen, y'all, my Ring doorbell camera, okay, already changed the game. And I mean, think about it. Think about how many, like when I be watching like documentaries and stuff, or like true crime news or whatever, it'd be so many like murder, unalivings, and stuff caught on Ring cameras, y'all. And so my Ring camera, I'm not gonna lie, like, yo, my Ring camera changed the game, baby. And wherever I'm at, I know what's going on. I feel it. I mean, if a butterfly way too much and it fly by my Ring camera, it's telling me. And I mean, I feel like if that is that, then y'all, like, to act like these things are not going to be a part of our lives. I'm gonna say this. Listen, I am a person who's fascinated by technology, and I really, really love to learn. So during the pandemic, it really was a time when, I was, on maternity leave and then unemployed, laid off. So I was trying things. So I have the Robo mop that also doubles as a Robo broom. Okay. One day I'll do a live stream about it. Because I still feel like even after all this time, 2.5, 3 years, my review still kind of shaky. But I also have upstairs, where I have carpet upstairs, no carpet downstairs. And so upstairs, I have the Robo vacuum. And now the one upstairs, the vacuum was cheaper, okay, because I really didn't know, if it was going to work, like in my mind. But I had a new baby. I'm tired, postpartum, COVID, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, if ever there's a chance, right, to try out these Robo things and see if they're really going to help, let's see. So the vacuum, like, honestly, I feel like, and like I said, it was a cheap one. I ain't gonna lie. It was like $99.99 on sale. Don't judge. Now today, right, I would get, now that I have some experience with it, I would save up my little coins and get me a better one so that I wouldn't have to keep replacing it and would be able to just update the software, because y'all know that's what's coming. So the robot vacuum upstairs, I feel like it's not as strong as I would like it to be, but ain't not like the real thing, and that's in anything. But it worked better to me on like the hard floors. So like in the bathroom, I use the robot vacuum to sweep, if that makes sense, because it's just not as strong as I would like for it to be, right? On the carpet. But then the broom downstairs, the broom is cool, right? The when you have it on broom, it's cool. But then you have to switch the pads. And this one is cooler. It was a little bit more. I think it was like $149. So still not that expensive. But listen, she, as in me, is on a budget. And this one though has the special mapping technology. So now what that means, y'all, is that how like the biggest thing is you want to be able to turn it on and then go. And like while I'm going, I want this thing to vacuum the whole kitchen or the whole den or whatever, right? So this one actually, the one downstairs, not the one upstairs, and that's another thing I hate about the Robo vacuum, the cheap one. I ain't gonna tell y'all what kind. I don't want them people calling me talking about you giving us a bad review. But the one downstairs with the mapping, y'all, once it learns the lay of your land, like it don't fall off, like cliffs or like stairs or anything, and it remembers your rooms. So say, for example, if you put it in the kitchen, right, and you have it clean the kitchen, and then you save that as your kitchen. So like you're in the app and you're at work or whatever, and you're like, dang, I want to make sure my kitchen floor is mop or sweep or whatever before I get home. Let me send it through the app and go ahead and have it do it. And because it's already mapped your kitchen, it knows exactly where to go from the base where it's charging, and it does it. So I mean, it's cool. We still got a ways to go. But I would just encourage everybody to not be afraid of technology. And I know, because sometimes I'll be like, listen, I'm good. Like I'm good with my iPhone. I got. Why I gotta get another one? But we gotta keep our fingers on the pulse of what's going on, y'all, because nobody wants to get left behind. And Will Smith, RoboCop, and all of them been trying to tell us for years and years and years what was coming out the pipeline. So, baby, better use you some AI and find out what's going on. All right, so speaking of what's going on, since we're talking about crime, no pun intended, and since we're in Atlanta, we can start here. Y'all, do y'all believe that the damn YSL trial is still going on? The Young Thug trial, for those who are like, YSL, what's that? Yeah, exactly. It's not a gang, I think. Y'all think I'm joking. Yeah, I swear to God, like every day still I be getting up and I be like, is this a joke? Like let me see. I think, but every time I be like, I think the day the last day, y'all. I need to stop saying that because I think I'm jinxing it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
A common practice that members of the APD gang unit will reach out to you if there was a
is anybody on the stream right now a stylist? Cause sis, you done been the star of this thing. I mean, whether people hate you or love you, girl, you supposed to have the flyest outfits. You single, you know what I'm saying? All the ballers and everybody supposed to be seeing you, girl. And girl, your wigs and your outfits have disappointed me severely. Anybody know anybody? I'm just saying. Okay, back to the trial.
Once you got to the house, what if anything did you do?
Okay, so y'all know I'm only here for the chat. So let me go into the chat and see what's going on.
Investigator Flores, and I spoke with the officers on scene. And
oh, you know what's crazy? Even with Lil Woody being not a witness anymore, even with Thug being home, a lot of them being home, and only 2 people being left on trial, y'all. And I'm reading the chat. It seems like, and like I have been saying from the beginning of when I started seeing this case take shape, Donovan Nut Thomas murder really is the crux of this case. And I was there a trial for his murder? Because y'all, I'm not trying to be funny when I say, what is this trial about? Because if you told me that this was a murder trial for Donovan Nut Thomas murder, okay. But is it the murder trial wrapped up in the RICO, or is it the RICO setting up the path for the murder trial? Anybody know better than me? Because Hunty, I've been confused, and now that they still damn talking, I'm really confused. Anyway, y'all, so long story short, the trial's still going on. I don't want to jinx it, but I think, I don't want to jinx it. Let me see. Let's see what it says there. I did read something earlier. All right. YSL trial continue with 2 defendants at the Young Thug and other take plea deal. I did see that. I think that this was going to be the prosecutor's closing argument. Don't quote me. I hope so. Man. Yeah, this is the only trial in America where I've seen the sitting judge say the N-word and they just keep on rolling, baby. Like ain't nothing. This is America. All right. So yeah, like I said, that's what's going on with the YSL trial. Diddy. More Diddy, more problems, man. And I mean, I don't know if Diddy's on unaliving himself watch in the jail that he's in, which is also under investigation by the Department of Justice. The people who just did the report today on Rice Street, the Fulton County Jail. So this, I think it was what, MCO or something like that in Brooklyn. The federal jail is also under investigation. And Diddy helped blow the whistle, they say, allegedly, to get the Department of Justice on in there. So mark my words, you about to hear the same type of scathing review come out about that. And honestly, could it help in Diddy's situation? I don't know. Diddy's situation is another situation that I am getting lost in. And what I mean is, I already felt like the civil and federal were all twisting up and all getting lumped in together, and that there's no way he'd be able to have a fair trial because there's no way any juror would actually be able to say they don't know who Diddy is and that they haven't seen all of the things that's been going on in the media. Y'all, it ain't stopping. And I thought, like, for a minute, because Young Dirk got picked up by the feds on this murder for hire situation, which we'll touch on after this briefly. I thought, like, for a couple of days, right? It's like we had a Diddy break. And I think even Diddy was like, phew, dang, I'm glad something else taking over the timeline. And but y'all, it's just so many things. Like, when I tell y'all, I have never seen this many people talking, baby. And when I say this many people talking, I'm talking about if anybody remotely was around Puff in any way, NDA or not, the streets is talking. The streets is talking, and everybody else, y'all. So this morning, Good Morning America, another case. Now, and this is not new because I want to say, what's this, Thursday? Maybe Tuesday? I think I saw on News Nation on Ashley Bannerfield. Shout out to Ashley Bannerfield, News Nation. I think I saw her bring on a new guy who was saying that he was releasing a book, but this one was about him suing Diddy. But this time it was not sexual assault, but physical assault. Let me see. But they did talk about it this morning. Y'all know how it is. How the news be new one place, the streets new first, then it got into social media, then it's getting to network news. The news cycle is so different. It's funny. All right, so look, let's see. Diddy new lawsuit. Good Morning America. Let's see. Because I know I saw Michael Strahan talking about it. Yeah, and that's a shame that it's so hard to even try to like narrow down when you say Diddy Good Morning America. Hold on, let's see, y'all. Let's see if it's in there. Let's see if it's in their videos. Ooh, True Crime Thursdays. We gotta see what's going on with that. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. So what did I say? I saw it on News Nation, right? Diddy lawsuit man book. I don't know if this is gonna bring it up, but you know. Okay, so here we go. See, I told you I saw it on Ashley Bannerfield. Here we go. So this is the guy that was talking about this morning. Let's see here what he's talking about.
Here live for this interview. DeWitt, it's good of you to be here. I really appreciate this. Thank you so much. First, take me back and tell me, what was your relationship back then for this exclusive interview? DeWitt, it's good of you to be here. I really appreciate this. Thank you so much. First, take me back and tell me, what was your relationship back then with, well, I guess it was Puff Daddy back then. What was your relationship?
Well, Andre Harrell introduced me to him. Andre was an entertainer. Andre was a rapper. And I hired Andre on numerous occasions. And we were at a bar at a friend's nightclub. And Puffy comes up and Andre says, hey, this is.
All right, this is not the one I want to see. I want to hear them break it down in a shorter form, like they did this morning. So let's see, Diddy, Diddley. That was not intentional. Diddy lawsuit Dwight Book, not Dwight Howard. Y'all so messy. All right, let's see. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me see. Diddy lawsuit. Okay, let's just see what comes up for this morning. 2 days ago, 18 hours ago. Okay. P. Diddy invited Machine Gun Kelly to a 2-day party in Vegas. Oh my God. See what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all something. But I know, listen, you know, here in Radio-Muva world, we err on the side of justice. And with that being said, excuse me, y'all. With that being said, though, this man is still innocent until proven guilty. Of course, he is guilty of what happened with Cassie. Definitely guilty of that. And we do not condone any type of domestic violence over here in any shape, form, or fashion. However, at the level of self-incrimination that these people are doing, and let me tell you why, because, who knew that Machine Gun Kelly went to a 2-day party with Diddy and who knew? And what can that do for our life? But like, why? So I feel like either people trying to get clout, okay? Because even me, like I told y'all, I had a little Diddy story. Nothing like any of these stories. Let me be clear, okay? That's why I didn't even tell my whole little Diddy story. I took my little video down because I was like, man, I'm not going to get on this train because I saw where people were going with it. And so, and then the truth was getting quieter and quieter. And the mess was getting louder and louder. And so I feel like people like Machine Gun Kelly, they're either trying to get the clout to help with their status or whatever projects they're working on I got coming up, or they're trying to get ahead of a freight train that is sure to crash. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. So let me see. Machine Gun Kelly, he's with what? Megan Fox, right? I know it was just announced this morning that they got a new baby on the way. All of a sudden, he's telling us about the 2-day Diddy party. Oh, okay. Are you telling us? Or are you telling, putting it on record so that your girl can know before she find out from the news or whatever? I feel like it's a lot of people doing that. And speaking of which, one of the people doing that, Meek Mill. But we'll circle back to Meek Mill. Let's talk about this guy right here again. All right, so this guy, I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the chat. I mean, and I know we kind of like at this point where we're like, everybody's story kind of sound the same. Well, the difference with this guy, y'all, is that this guy says it wasn't sexual. So here we go on ABC News. Let's take a look. Hold on. I'm gonna start it over, y'all. I know the sound is off. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Is here with more. Diddy Combs. This one is seeking $5 million for an alleged armed confrontation dating back nearly 30 years. Our senior investigative correspondent, Aaron Katersky, is here with more for us. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Michael. Sean Combs is now facing nearly 3 dozen civil lawsuits. This latest one's a little different. It does not allege sex assault, but an assault with guns.
This morning, a man is suing Sean Diddy Combs for $5 million to compensate him for what he alleges was an armed confrontation. DeWitt Gilmore says he was leaving a New York City club in 1996 when Combs and his associates pulled up in a gold convertible and started taunting him with derogatory language and threats of violence. His lawsuit says the music mogul's associates flashed guns and shots were fired. Representatives for Combs did not immediately respond, but they have denied all of the other civil lawsuits that have alleged sexual assault. The woman who filed one of those has now revealed her identity after the judge rejected her request to remain anonymous. Candace McCrary was 19 and in college in Brooklyn when she alleges Combs sexually assaulted her after a photo shoot.
This decision by this judge may have a chilling effect in that other people who want to go anonymous in their lawsuits against Sean Combs.
Wait a god doggone minute. I just scheduled me an eye appointment, okay? Because I ain't gonna lie, I fell victim to the convenience of getting my last eye exam online, right? Okay, because I wear contacts and glasses. And, and I was just telling my sister the other day, I was like, I think I need to physically go to the eye doctor because, I don't know if my contacts are strong enough anymore because, they've been a little blurry and Sometimes I feel like I need to wear my glasses instead more than usual. But today I have in my contacts. So I need y'all to tell me, am I tripping? What is going on with his hair? Am I tripping? Is it my contact? Why I look like this man got a perm and somebody put the little curls in it, right? With the little the tiny curling line with no cord on it, and then combed them out with the big tooth comb. And then it looked like he woke up this morning and took off his bonnet, sprayed some black spray on it, and brushed it all to one side and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill him with this one." Yeah. Am I tripping? Is it my screen? I'm sorry, but his hair was funny to me. Okay, carry on.
Firms may think twice in terms of filing a lawsuit themselves.
More money, more problems. It's just the way it is.
And this morning, a former member of Combs' inner circle is speaking out. Diddy's rap protege, Moses Shine Barrow, was with him and his then-girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez, the night a gun went off inside a Manhattan club. Diddy was acquitted in the case, but Shine was convicted of assault, sentenced to 10 years in prison, and deported to his native Belize. Shine telling Nightline co-anchor Byron Pitts Combs orchestrated for him to take the fall.
Someone that was prepared to have me sit in jail for, I was facing 25 years, to totally destroy my career, destroy my life, rob me of my freedom, to be a participant in that. Of course, it doesn't surprise me that he would be accused of the atrocious things that he is, because, what he did to me and my family, was to me demonic.
Combs' representatives say Mr. Combs categorically denies Mr. Barrow's allegations, including any suggestion that he orchestrated Mr. Barrow to take the fall. They added he appreciates the path Mr. Barrow has pursued and wishes him continued success.
Wow.
You can hear more of the story in the documentary The Honorable Shine, premiering Monday, November 18th on Hulu. And as for Combs, guys, he is still fighting.
Now y'all know we talked about we're gonna touch on Shine in a minute, y'all. We talked about the fact of Shine's documentary coming up. So y'all, I'm gonna work this weekend on. Matter of fact, I won't even wait till this weekend. I'll do it. I'll start tonight. With one of my friends that's way more technology savvy than me when it comes to uniting softwares so that people can be a part of it. So I want to make sure that I bring my Discord into the mix, y'all, because I want you guys to join my Discord channel, Radio-Muva on Discord. Because on Discord, we'll be able to have a private room and we can do things like watch this together. And like I said, I'll pay for it. And we can watch it together, talk about it. And everything, because I think this documentary is going to be really, really good, y'all. I really do. I really do. I really do. So speaking of Shine, right? Since we just skated on there, just to recap real quick. Diddy, another day, another lawsuit. This guy, I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it, but all right. So now back to Shine. So Shine obviously is on a press run because his documentary is coming out. So he everywhere. He was on Tamron Hall, was on news shows, and y'all know, I think maybe last week or a week before that, we watched the trailer together. But let's take a look at this real quick, y'all. Let's take a look at this. Hold on. I'm gonna start it over.
So my mom was saying,
yeah, don't Shine look like Barack Obama's son? Am I tripping?
I was absolutely set up to be the fall guy.
The self-proclaimed fall guy now speaking out in his own words. Almost 25 years since that infamous nightclub shooting during a night out with Sean Diddy Combs and his then-girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez. 3 people were injured that night.
There's a narrative that still exists that you knowingly took the fall for Sean Combs.
Taking the fall means not snitching, not getting your friends in trouble. Even today, I wouldn't want to do anything to get anyone in trouble.
Sure. So did anyone come to you and say, hey, man, we need you to take this hit for Diddy?
No, I did that out of honor and integrity.
Sean Combs' representatives telling ABC News this evening in part, Mr. Combs categorically denies Mr. Barrow's allegations, including any suggestion that he orchestrated Mr. Barrow to take the fall or sacrificed him, adding that Mr. Combs was acquitted of all charges. Moses Shine Barrow, known to hip-hop fans worldwide simply as Shine.
Now tell me who wanna with us. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, I bang.
Rising star in the late 90s rap game.
Number 8 on jams right now.
His spotlight ultimately dimmed after being sent to prison for the 1999 shooting that almost brought down now disgraced Bad Boy Records founder and Shine mentor, Diddy.
I do not own a gun, nor did I possess a gun that night.
But after almost a decade in prison and years of reinvention, the Grammy Award winner says he's shining brighter than ever before.
I'm 46 years old, so I've been humbled by life. There was a time where people wanted to tell the victim story. People wanted to tell the, I hate Diddy's story, or I hate this person's story, or everyone's to blame for where I'm at in life story. And I didn't want to tell that story.
I was only what you made me, then I saved me.
A new documentary, The Honorable Shine.
Shining to Bad Boy, I became a millionaire.
Dropping on Hulu on November 18th, chronicling his life, beginning with his early days in his native Belize.
I came from Belize when I was 8 years old, came to Brooklyn. I had, gotten into some trouble as a youth and almost got killed, and promised to my mom was I'd stay out of trouble and I'd just be legit. And so my mom was a single mom, I had to help her pay the bills, had to take care of myself.
Leading him to discover his own talent for music.
Hip hop was the preeminent, dominant culture. And so, I'm heavily influenced by Nas, by Wu-Tang Clan, Jay-Z, B.I.G., Snoop, Tupac, all the greats. I started maybe in the bathrooms, just having the ciphers, but I was more of a tough guy than a rapper. I guess that came from frustration.
I'm sorry, y'all. Did he not say Biggie was one of did he say Biggie was one of his influences? Or he didn't say that? He didn't mention Biggie? Hold on, let me.
I'm heavily influenced by Nas, by Wu-Tang Clan, Jay-Z, B.I.G., Snoop,
okay.
Tupac, all the greats. I started maybe in the bathrooms,
carry on.
Just having the ciphers, but I was more of a tough guy than a rapper. I guess that came from frustration, single parent home. But long story short, delivering messages, I would ride over the Brooklyn Bridge and lyrics just kept coming to me. And I would just have that confidence.
From a Gucci in the winter, I'll sing you with your girls, walking in your chinchilla fur.
Developing a flow reminiscent of the late notorious B.I.G.
With that line, what's your name, what's your sign? Soon as he buy that wine, I just creep up from behind.
And a swagger to match. He was at the center of a bidding war between labels. Shine ultimately signing with Sean Combs' Bad Boy Records in 1998.
Was Diddy a good coach?
He was an extraordinary coach. He was able to bring the best out of me.
Very soon, he was riding high off his hit first single, Bad Boys.
What type of slang and bang in the streets?
But a night out celebrating his success would end terribly wrong.
Rap star Sean Puffy Combs is free on bail after he and his girlfriend, entertainer Jennifer Lopez, were arrested after a nightclub shooting in New York City.
On December 27, 1999, a shooting rang out at the then popular Club New York. Shine was with Diddy, known then as Puffy, his girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, and bodyguard Anthony Wolf Jones. Former NYPD detective Derek Parker responded to the scene that night. I spoke with him in May.
There was a dispute between an individual inside the establishment. Shots were fired. Shine ran out with the gun in his waist. The cops caught him. Diddy, J-Lo, and Wolf ran. They got to the corner of 8th Avenue, jumped in a car, and went about 2 blocks before they were apprehended.
You were on track to be a star in the business.
Yeah.
And yet you were in a nightclub and you felt the need to carry a gun.
I had a weapon to defend myself. As a 19-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid from the streets, you only know to handle things and defend yourself on your own because there's a mistrust of law enforcement.
Do you regret that night?
I am always remorseful that anyone got hurt, even if it
I'll be right
wasn't
back, y'all.
from my gun.
I'll be right
Because
back, Chad.
according to the victims, it was Diddy that shot them. But I don't regret defending myself because I wouldn't be here.
On Sunday evening, I went to Club New York, and under no circumstances whatsoever did I have anything to do with a shooting.
Combs was charged with gun possession and for bribing his driver to take ownership of his weapon. He was later acquitted. J-Lo was never charged. Meanwhile, Shine was found guilty, convicted on multiple assault charges, reckless endangerment, and criminal possession of a weapon. He served nearly 9 years in prison.
What did prison teach you?
Great lessons of humility, great lessons of perspective, great lessons of durability. Being incarcerated allowed me to understand time.
Prison gave you the time to kind of slow down, reflect, think, not just act.
The wisdom that I always got was, prison is a state of living, not the state of me. So I continued. I did a multi-million-dollar record deal while I was there, put out a #1 album. So I didn't necessarily slow down, but I took the time.
He also says he drew closer to God, studying the Torah, changing his name from Jamal to Moses, and converting to Judaism, which he credits with getting him through that difficult period. In 2009, after serving his sentence, Shine was deported to his native Belize, and there again, he reinvented himself.
So I am happy that the government is listening to the opposition.
This time, finding purpose in politics, rising through the ranks from a member of Belize's House of Representatives to the leader of the opposition party.
Belize first, the Belizean people first.
What's next for you?
Becoming the next prime minister of Belize.
You're confident that's going to happen?
That's like
When it comes to politics,
That's like
you
president,
can't
y'all.
be overconfident.
Wow.
I'm confident that I'd be a great prime minister for Belize.
I'm in my bag right now, crazy. I got my brother here.
In recent years, Shine seemingly on the road to reconciliation with Diddy. The two even performing together at the 2022 BET Awards.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and shine in the text. Listen, ladies and women who glisten.
But after Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura came forward with allegations of rape and abuse, and a disturbing surveillance video was released, Shine says he severed ties with Diddy for good. Combs is currently facing a criminal case in New York, as well as dozens of additional allegations, including the sexual assault of a child. Combs is awaiting trial in a Brooklyn jail, and he's denied all allegations made against him.
Did you see any behavior then that indicated some of the allegations we hear about now?
I never saw anything
I knew he was going to ask him that.
that's being alleged. I was incarcerated, so I don't know what this gentleman was doing. I don't know his lifestyle, but I could say someone that was prepared to sacrifice his friend, his brother, his protege, someone that was prepared to have me sit in jail, to totally destroy my career, destroy my life, rob me of my freedom, to be a participant
Nice
in
way
that.
of saying yes.
Of course, it doesn't surprise me that he would be accused of the atrocious things that he is, because, what he did to me and my family, was to me demonic. That's how we felt about it.
Combs' representatives telling ABC News, Mr. Combs appreciates the path Mr. Barrow has pursued and wishes him continued success. But despite all he's been through, Shine says his story is one of overcoming that he hopes can inspire others.
I would never wish incarceration or death or whatever's happening to Diddy. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I already healed. I already moved on. I have a great life. My revenge is success. That's my revenge.
Amen.
I think so.
I feel you on that, Shine. What y'all think, man? What y'all think? Hey, what's up, Ace? I feel like, shout out to all my Twitch crew. I feel like Shine is being very politically correct. I mean, but did you expect anything else? The man is now a politician. Literally, on track to run for president. So he is going to be like the Barack Obama over there in Belize. But you know, Funkmaster Flex had something to say about it, right? Were you here that day we talked about that? Let me show you. So Funkmaster Flex, like everybody else like us, right? We watching a documentary. We don't know what really happened. You know, we just seeing what's going on. We like, okay, shine, boom. You know, but Funkmaster Flex was like, yo, get out of here. Yo, he felt like Shine wasn't taking responsibility.
To Byron. The Honorable Shine begins streaming Monday on Hulu.
How you doing? All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, Lord. I'm pressing everything but what I'm trying to press.
You're joining us now.
Yeah, we don't want that. All right. So, what we say? Funk Flex, right? Funk Flex. Shine. Let's see. Oh, no, he didn't call Cap. Hold on. Okay, so Funk Flex. I'm just trying to find the right one for us to watch, y'all, where people ain't, you know. Okay, well, I guess. Yeah, that one got AI in it. Let's see. Funk Flex puts, let's check this out real quick.
And I'm gonna tell you something else, Sean. If you hated Puff so much, when he got the key to the city, you were in the trailer. You sucker. You're a sucker. I can't stand you. You got no guts. You went to jail because you took out your gun because you were scared to get punched in the face by some dudes that you knew that were your people that you jerked. You jerked them because you assigned to them first, Sean.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching for.
I don't know if there's any truth to that. That is allegedly. But I tell you what, we got some questions. Y'all, that is very interesting. That's interesting. I mean, being that everybody's been saying none of Puff friends have been standing up for him, it's really interesting to see Funk Flex come out like this and like not only stand up for Puff, but like, I mean, just straight call the man a liar. Like, and that's crazy. D-Rock beat you up. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, one more thing. Let's see if there's anything different on this one.
Because this has been bothering me for weeks. So when somebody tries to say they the scapegoat or they're like they were used, it's been bothering me, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Sean, I love you, bro, and I know what you've been through. No, I don't, but you're a liar. You're a stone cold-faced liar, Shine. First of all, you remember when D-Rock had to beat you up at that studio because you were feeling yourself? You lucky you signed the Bad Boy, because if you did not sign the Bad Boy and you signed the Def Jam or anywhere else, they were gonna pound you out like the day they beat you up at that studio. Sean, you can't lie with me around, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something else, Sean. If you hated Puff so much, when he got the key to the city, you were in the trailer. You sucker. You're a sucker. I can't stand you. You got no guts. You went to jail because you took out your gun because you were scared to get punched in the face by some dudes that you knew that were your people that you jerked. You jerked them because you assigned to them first, Sean. Sean, you assigned to those dudes first. I am going to expose you, Sean. Oh. Because you're a liar. You could fool your country on who you are. You ain't fooling me.
Dang.
You have 10 record deals because you sound like the Notorious B.I.G. and you died. Everybody wanted to spit in your face back then, Sean. Including me. But you sounded like Biggie. And he was capitalizing off yourself. Don Pooh, I apologize. I know I said I wasn't going to say something tonight. I'm sorry. Sean, your records were whack too.
Dang.
I'm going to wait till your whack ass documentary come out. And I'm going to destroy you. You're a liar.
Oh, my Lord.
He was on Hulu saying that he was framed and he was whatever. And you know, he was the scapegoat and everything else. You're a liar. You couldn't even come through that tunnel. They would have slapped you. You had to come through with goons.
Yo, what?
You wanted your head because you had no respect for Biggie. That ain't your natural voice. You're a goofball. You went to jail because you were scared.
Wow, y'all. What y'all think, man? What y'all think? Y'all know me. We got questions, but I always feel like where there is a little bit of smoke, honey, there is some fire. So I don't know if Funkflex is 100% correct now because I have known. The audio's low. Can you hear me now? Oh, the video audio was low. Okay. You let me know if you still have problems hearing it when I go back to the share screen. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, chat. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. I really do. We building something here, and I'm excited. Welcome to the click. All right, so look now, Funk Master Flex. I ain't gonna lie. Before he be hollering. He do be hollering, but I mean, you know, he's also from New York City, and you know, most people I know from New York City talk very loud because they have to talk loud because they have to talk loud over the noise. Okay, so they're used to talking loud over the blowing horns, the bad traffic, cursing people out in traffic, all that, etc. But also, Funkflex does radio, and he's been doing radio as long as I can remember. On Hot 97. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if he is telling the whole truth, so help him God. But I do feel like it might be a little something in that. And Funkflex is saying he's going to wait until Shine documentary comes out, which it comes out on Monday on Hulu. And then he said he's going to expose him. Y'all. Wow. But you know what? I will say this, y'all. If you anything like me and you was a part of the 99s and the 2000s, if you know what I mean, and you know, then you remember during that era when Shine came out, it was like we loved it. Like we was still hurt about Tupac and Biggie, right? So it was like we was trying to accept Shine because he was with Diddy, who also, you know, which is who Biggie was signed to. But I'm not gonna lie, and I mean, I grew up in South Carolina, so if we was thinking that all the way down in South Carolina, and Funkflex is saying that's exactly how they was feeling there, then that's exactly how the world was feeling. Everybody felt like he sounded like Biggie, and he really got a pass because of Puff. He had a pass because of Puff then, in the sense of it was hard to overlook the fact that he sounded like Diddy. I mean, I'm gonna just be honest. Like, I don't remember any song outside of Bad Boy. Do y'all? I really don't. And I hear him say he signed a multi-million-dollar deal while he was in prison, and he got it. They say Grammy Award for real. I might have missed that or something. I don't remember that. But anywho, so y'all, we gonna keep our eye on this Funkflex and Shine situation because you already know where there's a little smoke, there is a little fire. All right, so let's see. We got interrupted as soon as we got on the stream today. If you're just tuning in, with breaking news from the Department of Justice, releasing their findings from Rice Street, Fulton County Jail. Man. I'm telling you, baby, this, y'all, mark my words. Mark my words when I say this is not the last you're going to hear, not just about Fulton County Jail, but remember, the same Department of Justice. Now, I mean, I'm sure It's a different state, so I'm sure they have a different leg. But remember, they are also, the news broke like 2 weeks ago, who went into the jail that Diddy's in Brooklyn, and they had the same type of accusations. People getting killed, dying, supposed suicides at an alarming rate, bad food, bad conditions. So, like the Department of Justice just really exposed what we already know. Anybody that knows somebody that's been to jail, we already know this. But this version of what, like, y'all, that man, bed bugs ate that man to death, y'all. Ew, I can't even say it without, like, oh my God. Like, how? You know how long somebody got to be sitting there? You know how long somebody got to be sitting there to just be eaten alive? And I'm sorry for anybody I'm triggering or grossing out or whatever, but, you know, it's just really hard for me to wrap my brain around how anybody thought that was okay. And I just want to salute to the young man who lost his life. Rest in peace. I want to give him more than that. It's True Crime Thursday, and what they did to him was a crime. So let me, man, I want to get his name, y'all, because he deserves more than a young man. He deserves his name. Look at that, y'all. I can't. I can't. Let me see. Let's get his name real quick again.
Right now, we are learning new
Okay,
details about the
LaShawn
death of LaShawn
Thompson. All right, so let me write that down so I don't forget. Y'all, sending love and prayers and condolences to the family of LaShawn Thompson, because it's already hard enough losing a loved one, right? So now I gotta lose my loved one in front of the world, okay? And not only that, like, I gotta lose my loved one in front of the world with his entire emaciated body being shown on the screen and being made an example of. Yo, you right, got next. They already fired one. I definitely feel like they're gonna lock up the sheriff, y'all, but I feel like they're gonna clean the whole place. You want to talk about robo-dogs? I bet you that'd be the first damn place they come to in Atlanta. You want to talk about robo-dogs? Oh, they coming. Because, y'all, if you missed it, when I go back and do the clips to post on YouTube, if you haven't yet, please make sure you subscribe, y'all. Subscribe, Radio-Muva on YouTube, or everything else. I'm on Twitch, Rumble, everything. But, you know, our main hub is YouTube. I'll put the clip up there where we kind of talked about it at the beginning of the stream, when the Department of Justice was live and they was breaking the news and breaking it down, where they were talking about this case is what made the investigation happen and happen immediately. Because y'all had to know that was not the only complaint. Y'all had to know people have been complaining for years, and you had to know that this did not just start. Look, did y'all see the condition his cell was in? I can't even play it again. Like I said, I'll put it in the clips. So when you guys go back to the channel tonight in the stream, you'll be able to see just a shortened clip of that. And so for LaShawn Thompson's family, thank you, because I know that it still hurts and it's hard to heal when you still gotta watch it and hear about it. And even though, you know, it's some sort of justice, I guess, in a sense of, you know, the Department of Justice coming out and validating everything that you said and knew. And I hope that, you know, you sue the draws off Fulton County. And that's facts. I don't know if you already did or not, but if you didn't, I'm sure after this, you'll be fine and you will be able to with no problem. But y'all, I just want to say thank you, because you did not ask for this. You did not plan for this, and neither did LaShawn. Because he was in a misdemeanor, like a lot of people that are in jail, period. And they end up being in situations they shouldn't be in while they're in pretrial, while they haven't been convicted yet. In situations that run them more of a chance of getting in trouble by being in jail because they can't afford bond, no matter what the charge is, how little or big it is. Because they can't afford bond, they're stuck and subjected to this type of inhumane treatment. And y'all, again, I'm really hopeful that your death will not be in vain, LaShawn. And starting with the fact of the DOJ's report today. And the fallout ain't over from this, because they've been trying to explain since this story came out last year. I'm talking about, I done seen press conference after press conference. I done seen them on the news. One police chief got fired. Another one started and quit. Y'all, they've been trying to explain it away and explain it away. And men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Word to Jay-Z. And the numbers speak volumes. And that's what the lady from the Department of Justice was saying. The numbers are crazy. The numbers are disproportionate, especially with the rate of Black people that's experiencing that and that are in that jail, based off the percentage of Black people that are in that county. That's crazy, man. Our justice system needs reform, not just after people are imprisoned, but from the beginning, man. Like, and I don't know what that looks like, but I do know that this is a blessing. And I hate you lost your family member. And rest in peace. I send love and condolences to the family and friends of LaShawn Thompson. But LaShawn will make a change and save a lot of other lives and a lot of other people from going through even remotely half of the things that he went through. So thank you for that. And we'll keep an eye on that, y'all, because like I said, the Department of Justice is just releasing their report. Oh, it ain't over. Oh, it ain't over. And what we heard today was the TV version. And that was cutthroat. So imagine, you know me, I'm gonna try to dig up the report because it's federal. So some of it at least should be public records, right? At least put in a public records request. All right, so we talked about the DOJ. We talked about Diddy. We talked about the YSL trial still going on. Talked about Shine. We talked about trying to get the Discord connected, right? So we could talk about watching the documentary on Monday, Shine documentary. We talked about Funk Flex. I asked y'all a bunch of questions in the chat, man. Answer me in the chat, y'all. Answer me in the chat. I really, really would love to hear your thoughts. And I'm also probably going to come back through and put a poll. All right, so look, before we go, y'all, I just want to y'all still pray for Ray J. Okay. If you wasn't here yesterday, Ray J beefing with the pastor. He talking about snatching people out the pulpit. Ray J talking about people getting on live, talking about people shooting at him and not saying who it is. His life's in danger. He want to change his name. It's giving real Kanye West vibes. And I mean, for the most part, we like Ray J. But Ray J will not stop talking. Particularly, I don't know how he has inserted himself into this Diddy situation. But you know how I talk about people trying to explain things away, like before like the case come down or their name gets mentioned or whatever, they're trying to get ahead of it. I feel like I don't even know. Like at first I thought that might be what it is with Ray J, but now I don't know what it is. Because Ray J is being really messy. And I don't even think he's joking. I really don't think he's joking. And like I said, it's really giving Kanye West breakdown vibes. So let's pray for Ray J, y'all. And I'm gonna keep my eye on what's going on with him. And we'll circle back. All right. So I hope y'all had a good lunch, which I have a lunch. I'm hungry now. I just had a banana, but now I'm hungry for real. So I'm about to go eat and get some work done and chop up these clips so I can put them back up. If you haven't yet, you want to support me, subscribe to the channel, Radio-Muva on YouTube. You want to support the movement as we grow the community, Radio-Muva on Cash App. All donations are a blessing. And of course, I'll shout you out. So thank you for being here. And, I'll be back. Okay. All right. We got our eye on what's going on because, baby, I got questions. Okay. Bye, y'all.